You know, I'm really torn about living in the South, and it really is something that is tricky for me to deal with. I am somebody that comes from Canada, and I grew up in northern Canada, and now I live in Tallahassee. And I'd learn about the history of what happened down here, and it really is not great. And it doesn't make me feel great inside. To know that I actually live in a place that some real atrocities happen. You could see them actually on MLK Jr.'s Boulevard right there, and there's these great big huge oak trees behind there. But I was told at one point they used to hang people from these trees, which makes me really not good inside to know that this history happens. And I think about sort of the contextual nature of what happened a long time ago. Even my parents and their parents, they had a really rough, growing up in northern Canada. It was really sort of difficult upbringing, and it wasn't easy in any sort of means. They lived in very small bedrooms, dirt floors, a bunch of kids. It was very poor and considered to, if you imagine where we are today, it doesn't sort of bode well in terms of how we understand what we feel like or what we are today. And I think about this, and I think about other things, what happened in World War II, and I have this sort of deep thoughts about these things, and I can't change the past. There's nothing that I can really do about reversing the past. It's not cool. To say it, that's all I can say. It just was not cool. And every once in a while, there's something that's not cool that happens, around, campus, for example, around within society, and I just think, oh my God, what is this? This is nuts. However, what I can do is, moving forward, and I think this is what we can do. And I don't know how. I'm not a, I don't come from certain backgrounds, so I don't understand everything. And I do know that there's still a lot of, just not cool things that happen because of silly things like the color of your hair or your skin or your eyeballs or, how you talk, all those kind of things. That's very real stuff. And I don't know what it's like. But what I can do personally is just to be kind to other people and realize that the stuff happened to other people. And when I go throughout my day, I sort of reflect on some of these things, and I reflect on how amazing and brave some people were to change the world. And I think as well is if we can continuously think about how we can personally change the world around us with the simple tools that we have. MLK, for example, didn't necessarily have a lot of tools. He didn't have social media, didn't have the internet, didn't have any of that kind of stuff, but he spoke up for justice and recognized that there was something going on. And I think we can all sort of think about those kind of things that we could do in our day-to-day basis, where we look around and we think, man, that's not cool. And that's all MLK did, and that's how a lot of people did back in the day, is we just said, that's not cool. We should not let that happen. And if we can sort of do that on a daily basis, where you look around and just say, hey, this is not right. I wonder if we can change this thing. It's not going to happen overnight in any sort of means, but reflect on it and think about how we can make things more just. We can sort of make the world a little flatter, democratize some of the things that we have. I'm fortunate to live in North America, and I get a lot more opportunities than other people that don't live in North America. And a lot of people in the Southern Hemisphere, they don't get the same representation. So, what I'm getting at is reflect on what you could do to make a positive difference, and know that the past was pretty craptacular, but think about how we can make a positive difference, because in 100 years, I don't know if you see this behind me, there's also MLK, but there's also a cemetery behind me. And all of those people lived in the past, and all of those people had a pretty tough life, compared to where we have it today. And that in 100 years, we're going to be thinking about the same thing. We're going to be thinking, and look at that Professor Maslach. He lived such a tough life. It was so hard. Or whatever it is in your life. Just, think about those kind of things. How can we make a positive difference and work slowly towards that? Now, I know that is, some people don't like that feeling, but I think we can slowly make a positive difference working towards something that is going to do good in this world. And you don't have to be an MLK, kind of person. You don't have to be a public speaker, but you can reflect on it, and you can think about what kind of positive changes we can make in my life that will really make it better. So when it's time for my day to be laid to rest, that things will be better because of some minor thing that I actually did. So which means removing that hate in your life. As hard as it is really hard to remove that hate, that sort of desire to hate other people, and try to live a kind and generous life, whatever that looks like for you. So with that, thanks so much. And thanks so much to MLK and anybody else that sort of took a stand on something that was not cool. It's awesome that you did that. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.